Hey, well, good morning or good evening, whatever time it is for you, and welcome to your first online guitar lesson. So, I just want to go through what we did in the lesson we did last night, and give you some stuff to work on this week. Remember, all I'm asking for you is to set a timer for 5 minutes every day for the first week. As long as you do it one time a day, that's going to get you what you need. And there's not a whole lot to work on this week. So what I want to do first is I want to show you the practice, and then I want to go, just a reminder, go through all the parts of the guitar. So when we're talking about them, you'll know what it means. I might flip those, and the reason why is because of the fret stuff I'll explain. So when we look at this guitar, which is yours now, it's yours to keep, it's free, it's awesome. We've got our head or a headstock for the guitar, the head of the guitar, and on there are the tuners. Remember I mentioned last night, for now, don't play with those, because if you tune them down or too high, you can get it really out of tune, or you could break a string. So just until we're used to that, let's not play with those for the first couple weeks, because the thing I'm gonna have you do for the first week doesn't require you to have it perfectly in tune. So that's the first thing. The next thing is here, this is the nut, that little piece there that kind of holds the strings in place. And then these little silver things are called frets. Now, remember when I say the fret, if I say the first fret, what I really mean is this first box here. And I'm gonna hold it up close so you can see that when I put my finger on that, I don't want it on top of the fret, because see, it doesn't make a noise. I don't want it too far back, because it doesn't make a noise. I want it in the box, as close to the front of it as I can get without touching. So that's second fret right there, that's third fret right there. Notice how I get close to it? It's kind of like a line. You walk up to the line and you don't touch the line, but you stop right before it. So if I'm playing on the first fret, it's right there in the first box, close to the silver. Now if I'm playing the second fret, remember I told you whatever finger you're fretting with at the beginning, whatever fret box it is the finger you're going to use. So I'm going to use my second finger for the second box, third finger for the third box, and fourth finger for the fourth box. Okay, that's the frets, those silver lines. Now this is the fretboard and this is the neck. On the neck, you'll notice that there's some dots. Remember I told you those are math dots. So the dots for math, they show you, like the double dot shows you, this is the exact middle of the string. So there's the same amount of distance there as there is there. These ones here, this is a quarter, and they're there just for reference. But the nice thing is, if you look on the side here, that white one there, that third one there, that's where a lot of chords happen. So if I'm playing a G, you'll notice that that dot helps me out. If I'm playing a C or an F, those help me out. D, they all help me out where that dot is. All right, with that, strings, obviously, those are on there. The next thing is we have the sound hole, and this is cool. It points up to you, makes it easier. That's also a sound hole with that little like flamey wing thing. This is the bridge, and I think that's the main things we need to know. These strap buttons, as you were in the class, remember that the strap from your case can pop off and go on here. I think that's all the things you guys need to know. Yeah, that's it for that. So what I want to do now is I want to explain what our activity for 5 minutes a day is. So the activity is very simple. What I'd like you to do 5 minutes a day is I would like you to set a timer. So you'll say, Alexa, set a 5-minute timer. Alexa will come on, set a 5-minute timer. Or if you have something else, or if you have a stopwatch, set it for 5 minutes, a timer. And all I want you to do is do this. And all I'm doing is playing 1, 2, 3, 4 on each string. Now, one thing I have to mention, the way we number these strings is the very thinnest one closest to the ground is number 1, and the very thickest one closest to the ceiling is number 6. So I'm going to start on string number 1. I'll zoom in so you can see it, and I'm just going to play close to the fret for 1, close to the fret for 2, close to the fret for 3, close to the fret for 4. You take your pick, and again, remember you just pick that. One thing to remind you about the pick is when your thumb is straight up, your pick should be pointing to the side. So let me do that. See that? So when I'm playing it, my thumb is straight up, my pick's to the side. Now, when I'm done with that string, I'm going to go up a string, which means my pick also has to go up a string. And this is hard at the beginning. You're going to end up doing things like this. You're going to hit more than one string, and it's going to be loud and noisy, but as you get better, and what you want to do is you want to work on the speed. So now you probably won't get that fast the first week, but I want you to work as fast start with working as smooth as you can, and then build up the speed. The other thing I did show you, which you don't have to be able to do right now, is play an E minor chord. And the way that works, I'm going to show you an up close version of it. Every string is played, so when I strum it, I strum every string, and then something I have to show you is the fretting. So I start with my second finger, second fret. Remember I said for the most part, you're going to use, if it's a second finger, it's going to be on the second fret. So I got that there, and it's on the 5th string. So second finger, second fret, 5th string. I'll show you how to read a chord chart next week, but this one here is a very simple one. Now, remember how I said you have to keep as close to the metal as possible? Sometimes it's not always possible to get close to the fret. And the reason being is I got to stick another finger underneath there. So I'll get as close to it as I can. Some people can do it like this, but it's just hard. And I prefer just to get it the best I can. It's kind of like a balancing act. So second finger, second fret of the 4th string, then directly below that, the 5th string. Then directly below that on the 4th string is my ring finger. So it should be like this. So I'll set that back. And that's an E minor. You know, it sounds kind of sad. Remember I told you it's one of the saddest chords sounding? And that's all it is. So practice this week. And I don't care how fast or how smooth it is. All we're doing is we're building our finger strength. Reminder on your fingers. Remember I showed you this? Make sure they're curved. Make sure your fingers are curved, not flat. If I leave my finger flat like that, it's going to be harder to play I got to try to do it flat. If I do my fingers flat, it's going to be harder down the road. It'll make noise right now, it'll be okay, but curve your fingers, and there you go. You can kind of see how they're curved. And you can work your way up or down. Do it as fast or as slow as you can. Just make sure that you do it consistently. Each note on each string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, or it can be 4, 3, 2, 1. And just practice that 5 minutes a day. So that's it for this week. Again, only watch the video once if you need to. You can watch it more if you want to practice along, but really doing that, playing that E minor chord with your second and third fingers, that's our work for this week. All right, see you guys.